Hey friends, welcome back to my little corner of the internet. My name is Sunny and I am currently documenting and sharing a 15-day juice fast. I am on day 9, which feels a little unbelievable. On one hand, it feels like I've made it so far into this fast, and then on the other hand, it feels like I have so much time left to go. I still have 6 days, just a day shy of a week. So, like I said, on one hand, it's a very bittersweet feeling. But 9 is better than 8, so I'll take it. Today has been challenging. Honestly, my energy has been pretty low today. I woke up this morning and could not go on my walk. I just felt so tired. I eventually tried to go on a walk around like 10 with my daughters, pushing them in the stroller, and we did go on the walk. I did about a mile point 8, I think, but my legs felt like I was trying to move bricks. They hurt in ways that they don't normally hurt, or just felt fatigue. Like there's not soreness there, it's just this overall feeling of fatigue. So that's been very interesting. I am missing food a lot today in the sense that I am once again just missing chewing. I made chocolate cake for my family today, and like a chocolate banana cake. And I want it. I want to eat it and I can't. So or I'm choosing not to, I guess. So it's weird. It's like a really weird thing to not be hungry but to be so interested in food. Um this time last summer when I did my 10-day juice fast, I remember day 9 being pretty tough for me. So it looks like day 9 overall was just a little bit of a tougher day. And yeah, I don't know. I felt tired and weak. Um, my bloat is gone though. I know I mentioned that I was really bloated at one point. And now that is pretty much gone. Um, if anybody's on a juice fast, do you feel like you're bloated? Do you experience a lot of bloating with it? I was really surprised that I felt so bloated just because I'm not getting fiber because I do that double strain method that I showed you all yesterday. So it's a little surprising that I've been so bloated from juicing. But I do know that some of that may come from the fact that I was on my menstrual cycle. But it's still just kind of weird to me. But yeah, do you bloat? Are you somebody who bloats a lot when you're juicing? Do you have any ideas as to why that could be? And if so, just let me know. I would love to get some communication going in the comments. Speaking of comments, yesterday I had a question that wanted to know what I do with my pulp. So with my pulp, there is so much that you can do with the juice pulp. Depending on how you juice, you can order your produce in a way so you juice only carrots for a bit before introducing other things. I tend to follow a one in one out method, so like I'll put a carrot, ginger, apple, kale, whatever. I kind of just juice whatever's available like within my reach. Most of the time. But if I have a recipe that I want to make, so for instance, with the carrot pulp, I will make carrot bread or carrot cake. Same with zucchini, I will make zucchini bread. When I'm doing that, when I have that intention, then I juice one thing at a time. So yes, with that, you can use that pulp for food. You can use it for what it is. I mean, it's food, right? It's edible. So you can use it in your baking. You can use it in your cooking. A really, really good thing to do with pulp that I've noticed, especially like the sweeter pulp and the sweeter veggies, is to use it for oatmeal. So like with zucchini, it's a nice way to bulk up oatmeal and get a lot of those macronutrients in that some of us are missing. And you can get it first thing in the morning by adding zucchini into your oatmeal. You won't taste it. Zucchini takes on whatever food you add it with, whatever flavors you use. So if you use a pulp in your oatmeal, you will not taste it, but you get the benefits of all of that fiber. Same with carrots. So I mentioned making carrot bread, but you can also make carrot bread oatmeal by using the pulp of your carrots and a little bit of like maple syrup and cinnamon and allspice and anything that you use in like for making carrot cake, walnuts, whatever. So you can do that. Also the pulp of apples. Another thing that I have made with my pulp is raw crackers. So basically, I use my dehydrator for this. I know that you can use the oven as well, but I'll just take all that pulp, mix it all together, maybe add a little bit of almond flour to it, maybe add a little bit, I don't always even add flour, maybe a flax egg if I want to keep it raw, and I just spread it out on my dehydrator and let it bake, for a little bit, and then it comes out super crispy. Something else you can do with the pulp is, obviously, if you are not in the mood to cook it or use it in that type of way, you can compost it. I give a lot of my pulp to my chickens, to my girls. They produce amazing eggs, I think in part because of the pulp that we feed them. But going back to the food, besides for, the crackers and the oatmeal and the cakes and the breads, you can also use your pulp to freeze and use it in veggie stock. So that is something that I do a lot. I will juice my veggies first, and I will empty out that container, throw it in a Ziploc bag or in a reusable silicone bag, and then toss it in the freezer. And then when I've built up enough scraps, enough pulp, then I will use it in a veggie broth. I'll make my own homemade veggie broth or bone broth with it. And that is something that you can do very easily. And I actually do that with all scraps in my house, like garlic scraps or onions, the skin of onions. I just throw them in a freezer bag and I use them for making soups and broths and stock. So that is another thing you can do. Let's see if there's anything else I can think of that may make juicing. In the end, you want your juicing to be as economical as possible. And the pulp is really good. I mean, that's where the fiber is. So if you want to use it in recipes, definitely do it. There's so many things, so many ways you can get creative with it. Apple and orange and any like fruit pulp, along with carrots. Even though carrots aren't a fruit, they're sweet enough to where you can add them to muffins and, like I said, oatmeal and just baked goods. I think that's what I have in my repertoire for the pulp. Freezing it. Oh, and also, if you freeze it, and even if you don't, you can add it into your smoothies. It's super easy to do. You will have like beet pulp, for instance, and you can, throw some coconut milk into your blender with some of that beet pulp, with maybe a little bit of a sweetener, some lemon, some banana, and you'll have a really beautiful, vibrant, like that acai or a pitaya probably. Like, no, acai color, like an acai colored fruit bowl, but it will be super nutritious because you have the beets or the kale or whatever the case is that you're juicing, and you can throw it into your smoothies. So then you get that added benefit of that fiber that way. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have. Those are the tips that I use, I follow. And I do not ever toss my pulp away. I always use it. And yeah, so let me know if you have any ideas of how to use pulp in different ways. I would love to know. Please don't be afraid to comment, and yeah, share your recipes, share your ideas, and I would love to learn different ways to use the pulp, because I feel like I have a good grasp on it, but I know there's always room for improvement, and if anybody has a good recipe, I would love to take it on. So that is all I have for today. I just wanted to answer that question, give you all an update. It is Friday, and I am so excited to be over the hump and to have 6 days left, even though right now those 6 days feel kind of like an eternity. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this angle. Is it kind of weird? I'm placing it on something, and I don't know. It works because it's easy for me to leave there, but I don't know. Maybe this is like too low or too high, and I'm too low. Let me know what y'all think, and I'll talk to you later. Have a great weekend. Bye. See you tomorrow. Oh, and don't be afraid to like, share, subscribe. It is free, and I'll be back tomorrow.